Hello again, thank you for watching. Today I'm going to go over the good and the bad about patch 7.3.5 in World of Warcraft. I'm going to try and keep this one short, unlike the other ones that last kind of 10 to 15 minutes. First, I want to talk about level scaling. Level scaling, in my opinion, a lot of this is just, honestly, 7.3.5 is going to be great, in my opinion. Dungeons, they are a little bit slower, they take a little bit longer to complete, which is good, because it kind of balances out with the way that the questing is scaled. Dungeons will provide about the same amount of experience as you would during the quest, which is nice. Usually if you run a dungeon the first time, you'll get about a level out of it, a level and a half the first time, and as you get higher in level, of course, it's going to take more dungeons to level up. But during questing, I'd say it's probably from level 1 to 20, about 30 to 45 minutes per level, and then from 20 to 30, probably 20 to 40. But I haven't quite gotten to 40 yet on the PTR. It's probably about 45 minutes to an hour per level. I'm not using heirlooms. I'm trying to enjoy the game to its fullest because I just want to experience and complete all the quests in every zone. Sure, it's streamlined, but at the same time, it feels kind of nice to be able to quest and actually complete the zones and explore. I've been playing for about, 15 hours. 15 hours to get to level 30. That's significantly better than the current realm. I know when Draenor came out, I started playing again after not playing for a couple years, just because somebody kind of challenged me. They told me I couldn't get to level 100, or was it 100 or 90? 100. They told me that I couldn't get to level 100 in a week and without heirlooms, and so behold, I got to level 100 and got into rating tier just to prove how easy the game was. In it's not hard to gear up in the game. So this whole scaling with Legion is a really, really fresh thing to me, with 7.3.5 anyways. It's really fresh. I'm really glad with it. Cataclysm was something that Blizzard did that made me swing both ways, essentially. The game was very well redesigned. The models were very well upgraded. When they destroyed the environment, it also affected the entire method in which we quested. And on top of that, the way that they made it so much faster to level with Dungeon Finder was just awful. I don't think Dungeon Finder should be a thing unless there's a challenge to it. In my personal opinion, you should be rewarded more for going out of your way to get a group to go into a dungeon opposed to pressing I and join group. So this entire 7.3.5 is a step in the right direction to me. And it's not a 100% fix to what's wrong with World of Warcraft currently, but it is a huge step in the right direction. Zones, as I was talking about quest earlier, I actually get to experience the zones now. From 1 through 60, I can actually go through and complete the zones again. I actually get to explore, and I get to feel like I'm not just wasting my time. Whereas in Modern WoW, if you play currently, I mean, you can try and level up through the zones all you want, but you're not going to achieve anything. And what I mean by you're not going to achieve anything is you're going to be level 1, and in a few kills you'll be level 5, or you'll be in, you'll be in Crossroads or something. You'll be trying to level with quest, you'll press I one time, join group, you'll come out and you'll be, instead of being level 15 like you were, you'll be level 20, which completely defeated the purpose of having questing zones. I bet most Modern WoW players ever since Kata, well, I guess Kata wasn't as bad, probably since Mist of Pandaria, they don't even know what the areas are. They probably have to discover nearly everything in the original areas. The only things that I have a complaint for on the level scaling on this subject right here, I want Blizzard to continue with it. I want them to make it so quests are a little bit less linear if they can. I can't say that they will. I don't know how they would, but they just feel very, I guess I don't think I'd say it's linear, because they're not necessarily linear. It's just it's a good and a bad thing. I feel like grinding should be a piece of the game. But from 1 through 30, I didn't run out of a single quest. So it was just quest back to back to back to back to back with no in between. But that was also my choice. So that's not Blizzard's fault. That's mine. The reduced XP that you get from mobs is very nice. It makes it feel like you're not rushing through the game. It's just refreshing in general. Increased health on the mobs makes for a little bit better combat. The dungeons feel a lot better. We can actually enjoy the 1 through 60 dungeons opposed to getting into a dungeon and just wailing through freaking everything without worrying about death. There were a couple times that my group actually wiped because they made healing significantly more difficult, because I was just normally queuing as a DPS, as DPS should queue, and I queued as healer, and in that dungeon, I don't know if it was a bad tank, or if it was just me being bad, but our group wiped probably 2-3 times in Shadowfang Keep, and that's something I haven't done in World of Warcraft in forever. I haven't wiped in a dungeon until you get to raids in Modern WoW. I don't even wipe in Mythics. It's so easy. But I wiped in a normal mode dungeon at level 30, and my only complaint there is when you're not in a dungeon, the health on mobs, I think, needs to be even higher. I can still run into a group, at least at level 1 through 20. I could run through a group of 6 mobs and just knock them all down. I could just pull them in. The game feels a little bit more hack and slashy because of the way that you kill things. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you run into 6 mobs, you're going to have to heal yourself a couple times if you have a heal ability, and this might just be a Shaman class fix bug because I was playing the Shaman. The creatures had very low health comparatively to what I think they should have. I feel you should only be able to take 1 or 2 mobs on at a time. Being able to skip through content is what defeats the difficulty in a game, and if there's no difficulty, then why am I playing a game? If I'm playing a game without difficulty, I might as well just go play a Facebook game or something on the side, because I can just click Farmville and wait an hour, just like dailies on WoW. I can go complete this quest and wait a day. Raid LFR is a poor example of this, but dailies and missionary things where it's timed events are not a great thing in my personal opinion. I know they sell, but they're not my favorite thing. The stats being crunched in the patch as well make for some nice additions. As I said, you can die in the game. Mobs can actually hurt you, although if you're not fighting 6 things, it looks like they're tickling you. I think if they're not going to increase the damage of mobs, which I don't know if they can with the way that Modern WoW works, because of how hack and slashy the game is, they need to at least make mobs live longer, so that there's a little bit more thinking in the combat system to make sure that when you go into combat, you need to know if you're going to live through the whole fight. Anyways, that's all I got to say about 7.3.5. Thank you again for listening, like, subscribe, and have a great day.